Guys, today is a very, very, very good day. I'm not gonna lie. It's a day that I get to appreciate every single person that is watching today's video and every single person who has subscribed to my channel. You look at a channel like mine, right? And you guys know I go by the Scatmaster, and what does the Scatmaster do? All I do is literally just talk trash. Like that is what I do for fun. I like roasting, I like making jokes, I like making people laugh, and at the same time, I like talking about things that I actually think are important. And if we're being completely honest, Fooly from like 2010, when he was 11 years old, when he first played Black Ops 1, that was his first COD ever. That little guy is not only dog shit at COD at that time, but he's not even thinking about the possibility of having 15,000 subscribers in the future. And that's something that's just extremely wild to think about. And I just want to say thank you guys once again. And I'm not gonna lie, the last time that I did a Q&A was about a year ago for 5,000 subscribers, which again, we've come a long way since then, and I only had like 30-ish questions around then. Now I have like 100, and that's just fucking crazy. And obviously I'm not going to be able to get through every single question, so if you don't hear your question, it's not personal. I'm just going through this very randomly, and I'm just selecting the first things that pop up to me. We're shooting for 20,000 subscribers next, and I'm guaranteeing that we're going to get there eventually, so sit back, grab some food, enjoy your breakfast, enjoy your morning, sit on the couch, take a shit, do whatever you gotta do. Let's just relax, let's vibe out, let's enjoy the moment, and let's get right into it, guys. This first question comes in from Cloaks. He says, "Hey Fooly, what do you think you will upload if you do stop uploading COD? Also, congrats on 15K, you deserve it, man." First of all, thank you very much. And secondly, if I ever stop uploading Call of Duty, this is something that a lot of people ask me, by the way, but I would probably start posting other things in the background, like Dragon Ball Z or some single player games, maybe some other shooters, but not very likely. This next question comes in from Matthew Winningham. He says, "How do you come up with your thumbnail titles? They're disgustingly genius and I love it." And I've been waiting for a question like this for quite some time, guys. I'm not gonna lie, because as you know, starting in 2023, for whatever reason, I just decided to start bullshitting with my thumbnails. Like, it is completely 100% just me trolling at first. Like, I really truly wanted to see how badly I can make a thumbnail just say the most grotesque thing ever, and see if I get in some sort of trouble with YouTube or with Activision and Call of Duty or anything at all. I don't know, I just kind of put my mind in the deepest depths of the gulag's gutter and I just put it on the screen. That's all I do. This next question comes in from Kynix. He says, "This may be a little personal, but you don't have to answer it. What are you majoring in other than just making videos on YouTube? Also, congrats on 15K. Thank you for the message, Kynix, but I am actually majoring in psychology, and this is gonna be a little bit weird to say because, as you guys know, here on the channel, I do nothing other than talk shit. The Scatmaster, career-wise, I actually want to get into like therapy or counseling in the future at like a school. That's the most ideal dream job that I could have aside from YouTube. And I know it sounds kind of weird because I'm the Scatmaster and I talk loads of shit, and you would assume that if I try to help somebody through their problems, that I'd probably ruin their life even more, but no, the Scatmaster actually has some really, really good counseling, some really good advice. I'm really good to talk to in real life. I don't know, that's just one of my passions. I'm sure nobody expected that, by the way, but yeah. This next question comes in from T-Mac Gaming. He says, "How do you feel about the Ghost of 8 talking trash about content creators and other people who are upset with Activision's recent action with the cease and desist letters?" Finally, we got a spicy question in here. So I'm sure a lot of people here know that the Ghost of 8 Thoughts was calling out a lot of smaller channels on his video recently, and the way I see it, from his perspective about Activision specifically, I think everybody can agree that's kind of just the way it is legally. They do have the right. Now, does it make it morally just? I would say no, so in that aspect, I disagree, and the whole thing about him talking trash about content creators, let me just say, look, I know how it is when you need to gain a little bit of traction, you need to just do some things that are a little bit outside the box type of thing, you know? Look, all I know is I did not hear my own name in there, so I could give a fuck, but if I did hear my name in there, then things would be a little bit different, but thankfully, some people will not have to hear how that goes. This next question comes in from Ted Lasso. He says, "I'm a big fan of your background gameplays. Will you ever stream?" And as a lot of you guys know, I am actually on console right now, so it makes something like streaming just a little bit not as friendly because because I really want to have the whole layout and this whole setup and everything just be extravagant and awesome. I'm waiting to get a PC in the future, in the near future, and I do plan on streaming. So yeah, guys, maybe that's something to look forward to. Who knows? Who knows? This next question comes in from Stimshot. He says, top 3 e-girls. I wouldn't say I'm interested in any e-girls, to be completely honest. I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, sometimes I troll e-girls, but I will say, hold the phone, guys. Listen to this. There is one gal who I would consider an e-girl, and I know a lot of people are gonna give me shit for this because everybody fucking hates her. I don't know if you guys remember when that one gym video came out where there was this girl at the gym and some guy walked past her and like looked at her for a second and she got really mad and she started like screaming feral to herself. Look, no, before you give me shit, hold on. If she were in the gulag, let me just say the scat master would probably spare her, okay? Look, don't hate me. I know she's wrong. I know she did some fucked up shit. Definitely not a good match for the scat master, but I don't know, guys. There's something about her. I don't know. This next question comes in from Fizzy Jizz. He says, wow, what the fuck? He says, thoughts on Doom. I know people are gonna hate me for this as well. Jesus, 2 in a row. I've never played Doom. I know about Doom Eternal and all those other Doom games from back in the day, but I hear a lot of good about them, so if you want to give me some recommendations or want to give me some insight or information on it, just leave a comment down below and let me know about it. This next question comes in from Fabian Hernandez. He says, when's the merch dropping? Would love a shirt that says, eat a bowl of my monkey scat, or just some classic, you know, guys, with your symbol on it. I haven't seen many people ask me for merch before, but I will say, would I ever make merch? I think I would, guys. I think in the future, like, I'm talking like once we get past like 25,000, once we pass a certain threshold, I probably would look into it, but I don't think I would make some trolly designs like eat Lizzo's WAP chips immediately or some shit like that. Like, I don't think I would do that, but merch is not a bad idea. I'm not gonna lie. I like this question a lot. This next question comes in from Dominic Daniels. He says, I started watching your vids recently and I love every single one, but I want to know how you came up with the term gooch lickers. It's an interesting one to say the least. This might come as a surprise to a lot of people, but I don't script a single video. Like, I have never written down brainstormed ideas or bullet list of anything to talk about in my videos. I literally go into it thinking about one single topic and then I just let whatever's in me just come out. And I don't even remember which video I first coined the term gooch lickers in, but I can almost guarantee you I was just talking off the top and just spouting bullshit, and that's probably one of the words that came out for me instead of saying dick riders probably, and from there I guess it just stuck with everybody and I just continued saying it. This next question comes from Autismo. He says, oh, this was the first question ever posted, I guess. He says, first question, if you were the CEO of Activision, how would you improve the developers and staff? I'm not gonna lie, guys, if I were the CEO of Activision, I'm clean wiping the entire fucking shit. I'm sending everybody to the goddamn gulag, all of Sledgehammer Games, all of Infinity Ward _2 if I could, and majority of Treyarch, okay? I'm not gonna lie, some of the Treyarch guys can stay on board, but majority of them, especially some of the newer ones, yeah, no, I'm getting rid of everybody, I'm not gonna lie. This next question comes in from DJ Griffin. He says, hey man, my question is, are there any other games you really like to play besides COD, like Dark Souls or games like Spider-Man, PS4 or anything? I'm really into Dragon Ball Z. I'm really into single player games like The Last of Us. I played a lot of Kingdom Hearts. I played a lot of Legend of Zelda back in my younger days. And yeah, surprisingly, aside from FPS games, I'm really into single player games that have actual good stories. This next question comes in from Mad Skills. He says, when GTA 6 comes out, will you consider doing a review or a commentary about it? When I was younger, I played a lot of GTA 4 specifically, and I had a blast on it. When GTA 5 came out, I also had a really good time on it. And now that I'm a content creator, something like playing and reviewing and live streaming GTA 6 is definitely possible. It kind of just depends on when that game comes out and where my channel is at. This next question comes in from Peter Parker. He says, would you ever do a collab with Nero or BT if the opportunity came up? And I'm just gonna be straight up. I think even if you don't like Nero Cinema or Blame Truth, I think you are an absolute fucking fool if you decline an offer like that. Me personally, I am a fan of both of them, so if they were to ever hit me up for a collab, I would be all on board 100%. This next question comes in from Stuntship24. He says, are there any YouTubers that inspired you to make videos? If so, who? Also, congrats on 15K. Thank you so much for the message, man. But a couple YouTubers back in the day that really did inspire me, I would say are absolutely probably the first one is FaZe Jev. Even before he joined FaZe, I was watching Jev, and that guy has inspired me tremendously. If we're going deeper back in the day, I would say White Boy 7th Street, as funny as that sounds. I did watch a bit of Xjaws, very into Nadeshot and Scump back in the day as gameplay channels. This next question comes in from It's Diamond Apples. He says, if you had to be stuck on one Call of Duty forever, which one would it be? I would be stuck on Black Ops 1 for the rest of eternity if I could. I was just vibing with all of my friends, playing Search and Destroy every single day on all of those good ass maps. Great memories, man. I would stay on that game for an eternity if I could. This next question comes in from Fernie. He says, hey, been with you since 4K subscribers, and now you've reached 15K. Proud of you. Thank you so much, man. He says, on a serious note, will you branch into any other types of games to cover aside from COD? Is that something you have considered? You know, jumping ship, if that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, if COD completely just tanks again, then I think inevitably I'd have to start looking into other forms of content. I would definitely have different games in the background for you guys to watch, even if I am talking about Call of Duty. And, you know, I've talked about some of the games that I like before, but once again, you know, Kingdom Hearts, Last of Us, Horizon Zero Dawn, Dragon Ball Z, massive fan of a lot of these games. This next question comes in from Undisputed Goat. He says, what's the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links story? Oh, okay. I'm surprised somebody remembers that. You know, I can't fit all the details into this answer because it would just take way too fucking long, but who knows, maybe in the future I'll talk about it in depth. But essentially, if you guys don't know what Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is, it was a mobile game that came out in like 2017, I think, and you could play against people online from around the world and shit. And the Scat Master, if you guys didn't know, I'm a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm really fucking good at it, surprisingly. And pretty much there was a world tournament that was going to be held in Japan, I believe, for like the first season or whatever for it. And you had to go through like this egregious ranking system similar to like League Play and Call of Duty. And once you got to like King of Games at the very top, you had the chance to qualify to go to that world championship in Japan worth like $1 million fucking dollars or some shit. But pretty much what happened was I was playing through the qualifiers and I shat on everybody, streamers included, okay, big streamers from back in the day. I was shitting on them, and just as I was about to qualify, I fucked up in my last match and I lost it, and then I ran out of time, and unfortunately I didn't end up qualifying. But I swear to God, if I did qualify, who knows where the Scad Master would be right now. I probably wouldn't be playing Call of Duty, you know? And after I lost the qualifiers because I was essentially just a no-name, like I was a random and I was beating streamers, I ended up getting banned because people thought I was cheating, and I got fucking permabanned on Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. And I just lost interest after that because I was salty, and now I'm here on Call of Duty, so I mean, I guess that was a good thing. Next question comes in from Android21. He says, what's your favorite transformation from Dragon Ball? That's a great question. You know, I'm recently a big fan of Beast Gohan, but if we're going back in the day, I gotta say Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is my shit. Like, I fucking love that. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan also is just incredible. This next question comes in from Apex ZJDX. He says, does Fooly listen to metal? And this might come as a surprise to you guys because I feel like a lot of people think I'm like the generic like hip hop listener and trap listener. And don't get me wrong, I do listen to some of that from time to time, but I do actually listen to a lot of heavy rock, a lot of heavy metalcore, not into deathcore, more towards like post-hardcore, melodic pop punk, all that kind of shit. Very big fan of a lot of those bands. If you guys want to talk music and bands in the comments below, let me know. This next question comes from the Dynamite. He says, how many years have you had your Cronus? The Scad Master has a natural shot, okay? I've never cheated, never used a Cronus. That shit is cheesy as fuck. The shot that you guys see in the gameplays, it's all natural, alright? And finally, guys, the last question of the Q&A comes from Clement King. He says, do you think we're ever going to get a good Call of Duty game? Because I was wondering one of those kids back in the day playing those legendary COD titles, do you think it will ever happen when Activision loses all their fan base? No, I don't think we're ever going to get another classic good Call of Duty game ever again. None that's gonna stand next to the golden era CODs. I would assume that sooner or later we'd get a pretty good COD, but I wouldn't say any that are like insta classics. And do I think Activision will ever lose its entire fan base? No, I don't, because there are quite a few gooch lickers out there, guys, as we've discussed here on the channel multiple times. But guys, that's gonna do it for the Q&A. I'm currently recording this at 1 in the morning, the day that you guys are gonna watch this. So I have a bit of editing to do and some time I need to put into crafting this video together. So thank you so much for 15,000 subscribers. Like I said in the beginning of the video, that is an absurd number. I know that's small for a lot of these other content creators, but for somebody as fucking dumb as the Scadmaster, 15,000 is fucking crazy. So thank you guys for everything. None of this is possible without your guys' support, obviously. And yeah, guys, here's to 20,000 in the future and hopefully 25,000. And we'll see where we go after that, guys. We'll see. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly with 15,000 subscribers. Thank you guys a lot. And lastly, have yourselves a good one, guys. I'm out of here. Toodles. It's been a